Hey, Steve Magnante here at High Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with a 1976 Chevy Custom Luxe K10 pickup truck. Now we all know that when you have a K10, it means four-wheel drive. A C10 is two-wheel drive. Now this is the classic square body, which arrived in '73 and went all the way through 1987 in pickup trucks and a few years more as the dually and of course the Suburban, which kept these noses for a few more years after 1988. But again, this one here in 1976, the third model year for the classic square body. Now of course, before the square headlights arrived, they all had this beautiful round headlight effect right here. This one does have the deluxe grille, and what a beautiful styling touch this is. Of course, this truck was designed before Detroit really embraced aerodynamic efficiency. Of course, the 1988 Chevy pickups have a rounded face. They're kind of born in the wind tunnel. Well, that wasn't such a concern in 1973 when these were originally hatched. Big straight face, about as aerodynamic as a brick, but that's okay. You're not trying to go 200 miles an hour in something like this. Chrome bumpers on this one, just a beautiful restored vehicle, frame off restoration here. This has truly been fully apart, a lot of reproduction steel parts on this one, no rust. The frame is black powder coat, looking very good. And something I like about it too is these wheels. These are 20-inch diameter wheels that look kind of like the late '70s Chevy Sport wheel on pickups, but these are billet aluminum and they're two-tone, and these wear off-road knobby type tires, which will also run down the street just fine, but kind of a cool original but even better look happening. And best of all, in my book, it's a short bed. Now, of course, four-wheel drive Chevy pickup trucks usually were purchased by people who wanted to work them or plow them. And as a result, most of them had the 8-foot bed. Well, a handful were built with the 6-foot bed, the short bed seen here, which is a little more graceful to my eye. Of course, it has the 6-lug wheels all the way around, as all four-wheel drivers did in 1976. The 12-bolt rear axle, heavy-duty stuff, chrome rear bumper on this one. And again, all this is brand new reproduction stuff. These are so popular. There's a thriving aftermarket reproduction industry. You can almost build one of these from scratch, although this is a real '76 K10 pickup. Gotta love the tailgate, opens up. And all modern hardware right here. You can see the anodized still fresh on the hinges here, the drop hinges for the tailgate. Inside, a spray-on bed liner. That'll be there forever, very crisp. Not that you want to put this truck to work, but with that said, it's crisp and as new. Close it up. Yeah, metal, no plastic in this one. Let's look inside. Inside the cockpit or the cab, everything's totally refurbished, from the dash pad to the custom deluxe wood grain here on the passenger side. And this one, of course, was born an automatic. That's the Turbo 400 3-speed automatic with a transfer case here, manual in and out of four-wheel drive. And again, very original and yet very crisp and brand new, pretty much. The seats these are TMI bucket seats, not something that Chevrolet ever offered in 1976, but that's fine. These are way cooler and comfortable than the original bench this would have had from the factory. But the full gauge package in the dash right there, and just a nice exhibition, really, of all the brand new reproduction goodies that are available for new and classic Chevy pickups. But something we got to remember, this is not a clone. This is a real truck, and it even has its original 1976 owner's manual right here. But again, this truck was born fresh and crisp, went through a normal life cycle, but has been fully restored, frame off, to the condition we see it in here. Pretty much is brand new. Let's take a look under the hood. Well, there it is, the classic Chevy small block. This one here is lightly modified. We can see it has a Hawley air cleaner, cast aluminum valve covers, headers, a small Hawley 4-barrel carburetor on an Edelbrock aluminum dual plane intake manifold. So we're probably looking at 300, maybe 350 horsepower, plenty to get this truck down the road and put a smile on your face. Of course, power disc brakes up front, standard equipment for 1976 on four-wheel drive trucks. And just a nice, clean presentation. Underside of the hood is nicely painted as it would have been from the factory. The firewall, inner fenders, everything here is crisp and I dare say almost show ready. Be ashamed to take this thing mudding or off-roading. You could do it, but with that said, this is a great example of a square body Chevy pickup truck, 1973 through 1987. Now these are classics. You know, people are really starting to heat up to these, and you know, the values on these things are going up, and I understand why. These are classic, they're bulletproof, they're strong, and this one is basically as new. And again, the beauty part of these trucks is virtually everything from doors to cab floors to beds to tailgates to everything pretty much is available brand new in reproduction. So this one has been restored from top to bottom, and it just goes to show you don't have to have independent front suspension to have a popular four-wheel drive truck. These things have a beam and leaf springs, and that's what you want for serious heavy-duty off-roading. So it's a cool-looking truck, and you got to wonder what Dodge or Ford would have done with one of these things. But this is the classic Chevy square bed right here. If you like what you've seen in this video, keep in mind that most of the vehicles shown on the High Octane Classics YouTube channel are available for purchase for as little as 10% down. And even though High Octane Classics is located in Auburn, Massachusetts, we can deliver these cars anywhere on the planet. And we do consider trades. So if you have a motorcycle, another classic, an exotic, you name it, we can certainly consider it as a possible trade toward the vehicle you want to buy. To learn more about these vehicles, check them out on the High Octane Classics website or call 508-859-4515.